Hello, my amazing algebra half students. This is Mrs. A, and I love math. And we are on lesson 25 tonight, area as a difference. Now, we've been adding together areas of different rectangles to get a total area, but now we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to say, can we do the same thing with subtraction? In other words, what I'm saying is we know that we could go ahead and divide a figure right down the middle, and we could find the area of this figure, and we could find the area of that figure, and we could add the two areas together, and we would get the total area. Let's do that. And then we're going to do the same thing with subtraction. So this little area, since this is 4 and this is 8, then this little area here would have to be 4, wouldn't it? So the little side length. So 4 times 6 is 24. And then 4 times 12 is 48. And 48 plus 24 will be 72. Okay, so we know the area of this figure. But now we're going to erase this line. We're going to erase the 24. And we're going to do it using subtraction. So we're going to imagine this as a big sheet cake with one really big piece taken out of it. Okay, so what is the area of the rest of the cake? So we know, since this was 4 and this was 8, that this little bit has to be 4. And we really don't have to do that. Well, we will, because we'll need to find that little square. Okay, so the area of the big sheet cake is going to be the big width times the big length, which is 96, because 8 times 12 is 96. But then we need to take away the area of the piece that somebody has eaten. So we're going to take away. Now, if this is 6 and this is 12, then this piece is 6 on this side, and this side over here was 4. So 6 times 4 is 24. So it's 24 is the area that's not there. So we take away the 24, and 96 take away 24 is 72. And we found the same area, but we did it with subtraction instead of addition. They're both correct, but when we did it the first time, we used addition. We split it there and added those two together. The second time we did it, we took away an area, like a piece of eaten cake. Let's do another one. Okay, this is example 2, and we're going to do it 2 ways. We're going to do it with addition, and we'll just divide this right here and add these two areas together. So this area is a 2 by a 10 or 20, because 2 times 10 is 20, and this area is 2 times 4, which is 8. And so 8 plus 20 would be an area of 28. And I forgot what they said that one. They said that one dimensions are in feet. So that would be 28 square feet. Okay, now that's doing it with addition. And that's the way we usually do it. But let's do it with subtraction just for fun. Okay, so now I'm going to extend this and make it one big rectangle. Okay, so now, since this is 2 and 2, this whole side is now 4, isn't it? And this whole side is 10. So the whole sheet cake has got a 4 times 10 or 40 square feet. And then we're going to take away the 2 pieces that somebody has eaten of this big cake. Okay, so this one is a piece that is 2 by 2. So that means this side is 2 and that side is 2. So this area of this eaten piece of cake is 4. So we're going to take away 4. And then the area of this piece of cake is 8. So we're going to take away an 8 after we take away the 4. And we're going to get 40. Take away 4 is 36. Take away 8 is 28. And we got 28 square feet again. We got 28 by adding. We got 28 by subtracting. Isn't that an easy lesson? Now we'll do your practices. Okay, this is practice number 1. And since it's a practice, you need to do it yourself. Okay, when you're looking at this, can you figure out what this length is? And can you figure out what this length is? How will we go about it? Okay, I want you to pause your video. Okay, so we are going to do this one just with subtraction because we did the others both ways. So the whole point about this lesson is doing it with subtraction, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and extend this to make it one big triangle. Okay, excuse me, that's not a triangle, that is a rectangle. All right, so now we can determine this length and this length by subtracting. So if this whole height is 8 and this is 4, this has got to go up another 4, doesn't it? So 4 plus 4 is 8, so this must be 4. And this is 10 down here, and this is 4 up here, so 4 plus 6 gives me 10. So I know that this little eaten piece of cake is 24 square units, and I know that the whole cake is 10 by 8 or 80 square units. So 80, take away the 24, is going to give me 56 square units. And we only have one more practice left. I hope you got the same answer. This is a very short 4-problem lesson, isn't it? Okay, this is our last practice. So pause your video and see if you can figure it out. Okay, so first of all, we need to find some, well, we really don't have to find much of anything, do we? Because we already know the height of the big rectangle. We know the length of the big rectangle. So the big rectangle is 10 times 20, or 200. The little rectangle, the piece of cake that somebody has eaten, is 5 by 5. So this one is 25. And 200, take away 25, is 175 square units. Now, this one was actually much easier by subtraction than it would have been with addition. Because if we were doing addition, we would have had to find this rectangle and this rectangle, or maybe this rectangle, and this rectangle. And we may have had to scratch our head a little bit about what some of those measures were. This one was definitely easier with subtraction. And now you know how to do it both ways. And we're done with that lesson. So this is Mrs. A, and may God bless your day.